Stepping off the bus here downtown. You know, when you get that feeling inside of you, when you get that feeling in the air around you, and you're like, yeah, it's this day that's gonna change my life. Well, I feel like that's today. That's this day for me. Today is day 1 of 75 Hard. I just completed the Appalachian Trail. It was a 108-day summer goal. And this morning I woke up, it's October 14th, 2021, and today starts 75 Hard. And 75 Hard is where you completely change your mindset. You gotta read a book. You gotta read a few books. You gotta read a book. You gotta work out twice a day. You gotta change diet. It's not even just change your whole entire lifestyle, but like diet and diet hard. Because a lifestyle change would be, you know, I'm gonna go vegetarian. I'm not gonna eat meat, but it's a whole entire no processed sugars, no meats, no, you know, just super clean, as clean as you could get. Working out twice a day, lifestyle change maybe once a day, but we're gonna hit it hard so that when you step back and instead of, you know, going the extra mile, you're only gonna have to go a half mile, and that half mile is gonna seem like an inch, and that's where that lifestyle change is gonna happen. And it's gonna change your mindset throughout the process. It's supposed to, at least, where or you're reading these influential books that are nonfiction that are supposed to help you. I want to study finances. That's where I struggle the most. I know a lot of people are doing what they need to do, but personally for me is I want to find a finance book, a business book. I struggle with spending money, making money, where I'm putting money, how I'm saving money, anything dealing with finances. Honestly, that's where I fall short. And so since this is for me, and I'm doing this, I know one of my friends is doing it too, and they're reading a book that's going to gear them towards where they want to go in life. And I challenge everybody to pick a book, not just because it's a great book to read, but because it's a great book for you in the direction you want to go. I was thinking this morning, I woke up and I'm like, hype, I made my bed for the first time. It's hard. I like looking at the camera, but I'm like trying not to look at the camera at the same time, so it doesn't look like I'm going cross-eyed, like looking at the camera, looking at me. And so I have a point of focus that I'm trying to follow. Anyway, so I made my bed for the first time, and I can't count how long. I stretched for a little bit without being like, I'm gonna work out and stretch, but just stretched because I want to stretch. And just the mindset of like, this is like today's the starting day. And like, I started looking up books this morning, and I haven't even really done anything yet. I just woke up today. That's all I did. Okay, so I'm gonna, this is so hard to say, I don't know how to say it. So hopefully, another thing I want to work on during this challenge is getting better at talking in front of the camera, because I'm not really, honestly that good. But I'm supposed to be taking a progress picture every day. So, I guess I'm gonna have to take a picture. I just woke up. Anyway, okay, so 75 hard, day one. Rule one, I'm sorry. 75 hard, rule one. Follow a diet, no cheat days, no alcohol. 2 45-minute workouts every day. 1 has to be outside. 3, drink a gallon of water each day. 4, read 10 pages of an entrepreneurial read 10 pages of an entrepreneurial nonfiction book each day. 5, take a progress picture each day. And here's the tricky number 6. 6, if you mess up, start again from day 1 for 75 days. I'm gonna rewind back to what I said at the beginning of this video, was that I just got done doing a 108-day Appalachian Trail Challenge, and that was my summer challenge, and my fall challenge is the 75 hard. Fall has come and I'm ready for it, and I feel like setting short term, long-term goals are so impactful. I've been doing this since before the beginning of time, I feel like. And every time I feel like I'm getting a little lost, and I feel like people don't really see it. They don't really see it. I guess if like you know me, I know me, so it makes a little difference. But 1 year ago, I went through a breakup, and I told myself, okay, 1 year, I'm gonna get back on my high horse, but I'm gonna take this year off, and I'm gonna sit in it, right? I'm not gonna really fight for anything in this next year. And I gave myself a season of healing for however long that meant, to get to Lake Tahoe. This was back in, I left in September of 2020, I left, and it's October now, so, a little over a year ago, I sat in my car and I said, I'm giving myself 1 year. This is my season of healing, however long it takes me to get to Tahoe. I want to be healed by the time I get to Tahoe. And I got to Tahoe, and a crazy thing happened. I had never felt more sad in my life. I was over it. I was over the breakup. But I was so sad with myself. And I couldn't even point in any direction of where I wish I was or where I wanted to go. And I just remember standing at that lake, staring out at the water, and like, wow, I made it. It's so cool. I feel good, but I feel like I've never felt worse in my life. So I didn't stay, and I created a new challenge, and that was to get to the Pacific Ocean. I got to the Pacific Ocean, and my new goal was to get back to Ohio, which is where I'm from. And then my new goal was, I'm gonna get a job, and I'm gonna save up some money. And I didn't really set a very intensive goal there, because it didn't last long. It lasted for about 2.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks. because there was no, I wasn't working towards anything or fighting for anything, or it was just wake up, go to work. And it became a really hard challenge for me to put into retrospect. And I did 2-week challenges where I do a film project, and I'm like filming seawall stories, and I'm filming ambitions at Howard Beach, and I did a homeless series in Tampa where I locked my car and said, I'm not going in my car for any reason this weekend. I'm gonna find out what it means to have a home. And I found that in my homeless series, actually it wasn't a homeless series, I have the folder sitting right here on my board, and it was my home series, to figure out what home meant. I found that home is actually not exactly what I thought it was going to be. I had been living out of my car for a while, so it was no big deal. Not a lot has changed. It wasn't like I was giving up like a bed. I was giving up a roof. I was giving up wheels. But that's not the part that I missed. It was no phone. Don't talk to anybody. You can only talk to the people in front of you. And it was just the most heartbreaking thing I've ever had to deal with in my life. And in my weak moments, I picked up my phone. I had a few nights like that, where I was like, I'm at my breaking point. This really sucks. And I would give myself an hour of grace. And it really helped get me through that really, 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 really long week. It was just 1 week too, 7 days, and it was hard to give up a home. It was really, really difficult to set down my phone, to not talk to anybody I knew, to just sit with myself in a really, really busy, crowded, lonely place. And then I tried the experiment again, but instead of in Tampa, I did it in Tennessee. I did it in Nashville. And I allowed myself to use my phone and talk to the people that are important to me in my life. And you couldn't catch me crying or have a tear down my face. It makes a difference. I think, honestly, I put myself in a worse situation, kind of, maybe. I did it for longer. I did it for 2.5 weeks. And I was never sad about it. I felt like I was in a difficult situation, but I didn't feel homeless. I still got ready for the day. Both times I got ready for the day. I still found other means of transportation that wasn't my car. I still chatted with strangers. I still did fun and exciting things. But what I didn't do, that I did do the second time, was I allowed myself to use my phone. Anyway, I'm going to continue on here. So my goal for the 75 hard and this challenge that I'm holding, the short term, long term, around 100-day challenge, because I have this like 7 days challenge, right? You have those days, you have those weeks, you have those months, you have those whole entire seasons. And seasons, I don't mean like summer, fall, right? I like to kick one off every season. It's kind of fun. But like a season of healing, right? You can't put a time period on healing. Or a season of understanding something. Like if you're going out to learn something. Like say you're learning guitar, or you're learning finances, anything like that, right? You can't put a time period on learning, because you can't put a time period on understanding. So those are seasons of challenges of seasons of challenge. But so this is just a challenge of a short-term, long-term goal with a number to it to hold myself accountable to where I will be in 75 days. On the Appalachian Trail, I didn't make it to Maine in 108 days. I didn't make it to Maine. I'm still going to go. It's not going to be the same. But each time you give yourself a short-term, long-term goal and you don't accomplish it, honestly, it kind of fuels you to do it again, but do it better. And then when you do it, it makes you feel like, yo, I want to do this. I want to do this again. It feels so good when you reach that goal and you accomplish it at the same time. Because I'm going to reach Maine, but I'm not going to accomplish 108 days. So here we go again. Short-term, long-term goal number 2, 75 hard. I'm setting intentions right now to not only reach my goal, but to accomplish my goal. If you would like to join me, awesome. If you want to watch, awesome. A really wise person once told me one time, and I actually, okay, I feel like this is becoming a really long rant, but that's kind of fun too. A really wise person once told me that I don't know. I feel like I need to preface this story because I want to share this quote, but I feel like I have to preface it first. I was sitting in my room last night, and I was scrolling through TikTok, and this TikTok came up, and it was "Kiss the Girl" by I believe Brent Morgan. It was the guy version of a girl song, and it was just stunningly beautiful. And I thought I'd just, look it up on Spotify because I really wanted to hear the whole version. And I did. I listened to it for 5.5 hours on repeat. And I sat there and I just listened to it for the first time. I cried through the second play. I didn't even speak through the third. And by the time that fourth play of "Kiss the Girl" by Brent Morgan came on, I really hope I'm not saying his name wrong because you gotta go look it up. It's just so funny that like that song has nothing to do with like, I guess the motivation is like to go out and like take that risk, right? Like kiss the girl, like take that risk. But I sat there and I just cried until like something just clicked inside my little girl brain that said, okay, we aren't working towards anything right now. My room's a mess. My clothes are a mess. My hair's a mess. My makeup's a mess. I don't have anything to work towards right now. I've got no hold on my finances. I am not accomplishing the goals that I'm setting. I'm reaching the goals. I'm reaching that time period, but I'm not accomplishing it by the time that time period arrives. So something clicked last night, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do 75 hard. I've got to do something right now to get me going every day. You know, it's just, and it's not even like it's taking up a lot of my day. At the end of the day, it's taking an hour and a half. An hour and a half of my day, minus 10 pages. Okay, so that's 30 more minutes, right? If you're a slow reader like me. So you get 2 hours. 2 hours wrapped up in your day. And then you just gotta make sure you're eating clean, eating healthy. Yes, it just. I feel like giving 2 hours of my day is not that hard to do. It's an easy thing. I don't have to like hitchhike across the country or live on the street. I don't have to heal over anything. All I have to do is get my nose in a book and get some tennis shoes on to work out every day. And just the idea of starting it today has already like hyped me up to like do something. And just the idea of starting it last night had hyped me up to do something. And I think it's in like the little short-term goals we set in life is where we find big term, big goal, big long-term, big term rewards, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. So I'm going to take myself a progress picture, day 1. I'll show you my abs and everything. I don't have abs. But I am going to take a progress picture, and I guess I'm going to start working out. I am trying to find a book. Here's where I stand with it. I like to look at my Facebook memories every morning at 8 o'clock. It pings me for my memories. And wow, I was smart. At one point in my time, I was just astonishingly, I don't even know. Anyway. I remember reading a memory just a few weeks ago that said, who do you look up to? Who do you take advice from? Are they the same person? That really resonated with me. I feel like a lot of times in life, I look up to people, but then like I'll go and take advice from somebody I don't look up to. I'm trying to find a book for the 75 Hard Challenge. I don't even know these people. I don't even know them, and I don't want to read their book and take advice from them. Because I don't look up to them. And there's not many people in this life that I actually look up to, which is astonishing. I'd have to say the person in my life I look up to the most is my past self. Which sounds weird. Like, why would you look up to your past? At one point in my life, I had my life together. I was that girl. I was that girl everybody talked about, everybody liked. I never got tired. Everyone talks about like the it girl. I was that girl for a long period of time. And I was so smart, and I wasn't afraid to take a chance. I had faith in everything I did. So I look up to me, and I did it without reason, without answers. I came across this quote when I was trying to find a book that maybe I might like. I was looking at the reviews and trying to find a sample. It says, someone had highlighted, "You have love, but more hate for yourself, and you don't know why." And it actually reminded me of a keychain that I was given back when I had just actually graduated high school. And my sensei told me, "You are so powerful, but you are so angry. You have to learn to control your anger, and you have to be as gentle as a butterfly." And so she gave me a butterfly keychain. She goes, "I want you, every time you feel that anger taking over, hold it, or play with the beads, or look at it." And I literally have taken it with me everywhere I have been since that day, whether it be in my car console, on my backpack, on my keychain, anywhere, everywhere. It makes me almost, I know I'm supposed to be like finding a book and reading 10 pages a day for this challenge, but like, that is so frustratingly hard for me. I like fiction books. I like to explore the creation of people's minds, and like what their mind is capable of. Non-fiction books, I feel, are a whole bunch of people, either one, sharing their story, two, saying a whole bunch of bullshit that they don't even know about. But books make money, right? Or three, reading a book and writing about it over again. Just because, I don't know. I don't know. This is, I don't know which harder. I worked out today. I had a really good first workout. It was about 30 minutes in. I was like, I'm completely done. My second workout, I had a 15-minute workout, and it was supposed to be 45 minutes, so that didn't go over too well. And now I'm like here, it's 10:30 at night, and I still haven't found a book to read 10 pages of. I thought about The Art of War because it talks about strategizing, and I think if you don't know how to strategize, then you probably shouldn't plan a business. Probably shouldn't give people advice. Probably don't know anything about psychology. I think it all goes back to strategy, because strategy could be in anything. You strategize a workout, you strategize a meal plan, you strategize your work hours. You know, when they say, "What's your availability?" That's strategy. When you break it down to the simple basics. I know a lot of influencers, you know, they strategize when they're posting their videos. So I thought, well, maybe I'll learn about strategy, because there's not a lot of good business books out there. They all say the same thing. struggle is real. I didn't put sugar in my coffee today. Still good though. I don't even actually know if I drank a gallon of water today. Hold on. I drank 3 bottles of water. You have to drink 8. I don't even know if that's healthy. Can we break for a second here? Who said you have to drink a gallon of water a day? I think they got those statistics from like primal ages, you know, like maybe I shouldn't say primal ages, it's kind of silly, but like people who you know, back in the 50s during the Great Depression, right? They worked hard. They worked on farms. And people did more walking. You've ever heard like those like when you're like great grandparents or grandparents, like, oh, back in my day I walked 10 miles in 10 feet of snow to get to school. Like, nah, I probably felt like that. Probably only walked 2 miles in like an inch of snow, but you know. But like back in the day, like when you're exercising and you're sweating and your body is like getting rid of all that water, yeah, you probably need to replace it. But in this day and age, you don't. I guess like if I would have actually hit my 2 45-minute workouts like really, really, really hard, probably should have drank a bottle of water. I mean a gallon of water, sorry. But I didn't, and I guess that's why I only drank 3 bottles of water today. I'm solid. It's pretty good. I guess that's it. I don't know if that was inspiring or motivating, but that's where I'm at. Can't find a book. Or is it?